Right, a hat-trick as for the third week running I managed to go and play a game of Underworlds in the Outpost. So that means another opportunity to get a grips with my warband and deck for the upcoming tournament in Halle, now less than 2 weeks away, and obtain some much needed points for my T3 placement. Well, by the time you watch this, actually it's less than 3 days away. And what's more brutal training than facing Peter not once but twice with his Ephilim's Pandemonium, a real scary warband with ranged magic all along the line and pretty accurate hammers attacks to boot. Past Adepticon, 5 or 6 of those ended up in the top 10 as well, so this would be a serious test for my little fish. Setting up for the first game, we went through the whole motion of the Pandemonium's pre-round sequence before I took first turn. Furin immediately charged in but failed to hit on Spawn Maw, as Tamael and Doonclaw followed suit. They had more success, however, taking out the Flame Spooler and the first blood to the Soulraid. The first round ended with 2-0 on the board for Elathain. Peter immediately restored the balance though in the second turn, as Furin was taken down by a combined assault of 2 changers. Teaming up on the smaller changers, however, Tamael and Elathain scored some more points though on their behalf. But Elathain himself was the next to fall, hammered by a magical barrage from Ephilim, who I must say failed every gambit spell he undertook this game. This definitely had an impact, as you will see later on in the second game, but even with that, the Pandemonium overtook the Soulraid, putting 7-7 on the scoreboard and a very empty looking battlefield to go into round 3. In that final round, Spawn Maw was swiftly dispatched, putting a heavily boosted Ephilim against a wounded Tamael, Doonclaw and the Spinefin. As I knew I couldn't take the wizard out, a dance began to set it up for scoring some other objectives. Ephilim downed Tamael and then assaulted the brave Doonclaw. Doonclaw survived though, and as such I could play the Doom and Gloom to score heavily and ended the game with a 14-10 victory. So on to the second game, where knowing that the wizard could do, I placed the boards and deployed hyper aggressively, gunning to take down the wizard before he started boosting up too much. The plan was to take out the 2 smallest one immediately to play some upgrades myself and then rush Ephilim early on in the second round. It started well with Elathain himself rushing Kindlefinger and taking him out, but on the other side an already boosted Furin failed her starting line charge once again, and basically the plan stalled right there and then. Especially as Ephilim brought his minion back in play and froze Furin to the spot after wounding her with magic. If she moved, she would die, simple as that. Nevertheless, the Soulraid led by 5-4, but this would be the end of my glory parade against its ancients. The second round saw Elathain swiftly fall to the shots of magical lightning, as at least Furin managed to take out Apotrax in front of her, 1 activation too late. She herself quickly followed suit though. Next, Tamael was magic down, meaning I would need to take on a wizard and 3 demons with only my menagerie, and all with the ranged powers nowhere to run. The score now read 10-12, as there was a lot of points gained on both sides this turn, but I couldn't imagine what more to do than some damage control. A last desperate assault by Doonclaw failed to make a dent though, and with a single wound on him my only hope was that he would survive 2 more activations of the Pandemonium. I had Doom and Gloom in hand again, so if Doonclaw survived I could put down that Spinefin, and well, a shift in currency in hand would guarantee this even if the wizard would move. But alas, the final attack was the attack too many, and the brave crab fell to the demonic horrors, leaving only the sole little fish as a witness to the magical barrage, ending the game at a 10-19, as I didn't manage to score a single card in the final round. Still, I think with these guys, especially when they are combined with Force of Frost, it is a good plan to try and take out Ephilim as soon as possible. Sadly, Fickle Furin decides otherwise on this, but 1 up and 1 down wasn't too shabby for the evening. I doubt I'll make it to the weekly gathering this week, because that's not gonna happen. It's gonna be tomorrow then, but nope. So this is how it will stand for Halle. High hopes of not finishing last at least, and hopefully boosting my T3 rating again a bit, as my points from 2020 are melting to a low point now. Thanks for listening, and see you with a tournament battle report somewhere next week. Bye bye.